On this day, 12th of October, 1459, the fields near Ludford Bridge in Shropshire became the setting for one of the most humiliating moments in the Wars of the Roses. Richard, Duke of York, who had once stood as the most powerful noble in England, found himself abandoned, defeated, and forced to flee his own country. England, in 1459, was a nation split in two. King Henry VI, weak in body and mind, ruled in name only, while his ambitious queen, Margaret of Anjou, fought to preserve her husband's crown for their young son. Opposing her stood Richard of York, a man with royal blood and a dangerous belief that he could govern England better than the king himself. Richard had already clashed with the royal army 2 years earlier at St. Albans, where he and his allies, the powerful Nevilles, had captured the king. For a time, York had ruled as protector of the realm. But peace did not last. The court, dominated by Queen Margaret, rallied against him, and by the autumn of 1459, England was once again on the brink of war. Richard gathered his forces at Ludford Bridge, near the town of Ludlow, alongside his allies, the Earl of Salisbury and the Earl of Warwick. Facing them was the king's army, far larger and bolstered by the royal standard. When the banners of St. George and the Red Dragon of Wales were raised, the Yorkist commanders realized the odds were impossible. Then came the final blow. Many of Richard's soldiers, seeing the king's flag flying opposite them, refused to fight against their rightful monarch. The royal army also displayed Henry VI's personal badge of sainthood, the symbol of a man known for his piety rather than his strength. It was enough to shake the loyalty of the Yorkist ranks. That night, the royal army sent out a proclamation offering pardon to all who abandoned Richard. Panic spread through the camp. One of his most crucial units, led by Andrew Trollope, defected to the king's side before dawn. When Richard woke the next morning, his army had dissolved around him. With no choice left, he fled into exile. His wife Cecily and their young sons were left behind and captured. The Yorkist cause appeared crushed. Ludlow was looted, and the victorious royal forces briefly restored stability to the crown. But the peace that followed was fragile. Within a year, Richard's allies returned from Calais with a vengeance, winning the Battle of Northampton and capturing the king once more. Richard would come back to England and declare his claim to the throne openly. Ludford Bridge was a humiliation, but not an ending. It was the calm before the storm that would tear England apart. Within 6 years, Richard's son would wear the crown as Edward IV, proving that even in defeat, ambition can wait patiently for its turn. #Facebook. Since cameras didn't exist in the Middle Ages, this scene was conjured with a little help from AI. This is my take on how it might have looked.